Hello everybody, my name is Barry B, a bear cat stranded in space, and we're currently a barista in our lovely little cafe. And we're continuing where we left off we're continuing where we left off with Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus, and Butterfly. Butterfly, yeah, that was the name. I'm having a hard time remembering some things. Anyways, what's up? I kind of threw out my back a little bit, so sorry if I might be all over the place. Because, I was in the kitchen earlier making stuff and I didn't realize how long I actually was standing. And, yeah, ow. I didn't pull anything, but suddenly I got my right side of my back started feeling a lot more tense than it should be, so, yeah. I forgot to stretch and do my squats, so that's the thing. Anyways, let's continue where we left off. Anyways, I think Georgie was here we go. Oh yeah, they were talking about, yeah, Lucas had just entered. And they were talking about no, not the spirit tree. They were talking about, no, yeah, they were talking about the tree. Yeah, they were talking about the tree. Alright. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So, anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 or 5 cars would park there overnight at most. Which makes keeping track of the breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected, though, nothing happened first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Uh-oh, spooky! Hold on! What a stage setup. Okay, whew. There you go. Thank goodness. Funny enough, it's actually raining on my end too, so that might be playing into part why my joints hurt. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing. It was a mess. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then at the end of my walk, I took a drag of my cigarette. Smug as I was, about to clock up, thinking 'twas another night. Job well done. Right? Wrong. As I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you in a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools, right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out. Suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. Oh shit, Lucas is utterly terrified. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that video. Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something. Oh, you get water drinking ASMR, sorry about that. But the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there. You see? Well, I don't know why I had it. That's a continuation. Anyway. Well, whoever they were sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Barry, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee ain't gonna cut it. Ain't cutting it. Roger that. What'd you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay then, I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Well, that's pretty easy and I don't think I need to look that up. Ginger and a touch of honey. Well, it's what he asked for, and I think that's what it is, so... Also, what day is it? Okay, we're safe. We're on day 8. I'm only doing that to just double check what we're doing. Times 3, Jesus. Honestly, I have to look at a guide. Not to truly quote-unquote cheat, but more just to keep track where I am. Since, you know, how much I on and off come back to this. 1 piping hot teja Rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? I think teja. Is it teja or teja? Teja. I don't know. I need to practice my Bahasa. Ja means ginger, te means tea, and Rosella is Rosella for hibiscus. I see. A legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Actually sounds really good right now. You know, like rainy, muggy, cold weather, tea, a certain kind of herbal tea just hits the spot, but it needs to, you know, be a nice warming feel. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Because I ain't scared of no ghosts. You sure about that? Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, huh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. My brain didn't register that. Burp. I just forgot to put my timer so I can see what timestamp is. Oh well. What up, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. Ow, my back. Ow, my back. Ow, my back. It might be a short session today. We'll see. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall you said earlier people often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned that there was once a flea market on the street, correct? Right. They called it the fairy market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the uncategorized beings at the time. Fairies were part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out, organizing equitable. I can't read. Equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was it all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place. To ensure transients survival throughout the changing times. I don't know. Don't worry about the pausing. It's my brain having trouble reading because of the stupid back pain. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore the start of the fairy week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, you know? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. Oh, sorry. Ow. Shift. Oh, there we go. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help out. Well, but forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh. Correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? not just the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. Right. Oh, wrong voice. She got Gala's voice all of a sudden. Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I hit my mic. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up. Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'm boiling. That's not the voice of somebody who's fucking angry, but whatever. Sorry. I'm boiling. I'm fucking steamed. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on the acts of the vandalism, when the acts of the vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, well, I better get going. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops? I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you posted. Spooky, scary. Trees. Sorry, my ADHD like fucking activated. I want to get the notifications off my. Here you go. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I wanted to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That's why there used to be a memorabilia around that area. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about. For us, for beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. So, oh, poor baby boy Lucas here feeling really about all of it. Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Barry. Take care. Back hurts. Ow. Oh, I didn't realize we have an award there, up there. Oh. Okay, it's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? By the way, have you eaten? You want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder this place is always empty. Well, I'm just kidding. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk. With a fresh feeling and add some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to blue pea tea. Oh man, we're really using blue pea in this game. Ugh, that's fine by me. We're on day 8, right? Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Barry, could you try this mix? I saw a pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yeah, what is it? Blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Thank God they're giving me a break with this one. Base, mint, lemon. Actually, speaking of which, I actually might need to make some tea more for my stomach. Galaxy Mint Tea! Just had some Filipino food earlier and it was kind of oily. I think I need to make some like ginger tea or whatever for my stomach. Ugh. Or something to cut some of the fat. I mean, it was good. Just, because while I was baking, when I was cooking, I was making meatloaf. That wasn't the lunch. It was taking a little bit. I was making a meatloaf with bison meat, and that's for dinner. Meanwhile, my mom dropped by with food from a Filipino place. And that ended up becoming my lunch, but funny enough, she arrived and dropped it off, while at the same time I had just finished doing the meatloaf. So I got a lot of food. But, kind of rich. From the man sitting right beside you. It looks nice. Very pretty. I feel like you have to add way more than just the ingredients we saw to get that same result. Also, I think you'd need a more special mug or cup to get it fully layered like that. Yeah, she likes it. I'm glad you do. And wow, Barry, it looks exactly what I envisioned. Here, G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, the whole case earlier though, was a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing. That really gives me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh, I keep forgetting I can do this. Sorry. Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to entirely... I can't read, oh my god. Because I've yet to be entirely certain about myself. Oh. Huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Oh, for real? Her part was that of a... sorbet aria? I hope I read that right. Like, sorbet is the... I'll have to look up the other meaning of sorbet pertaining to singing. And she was not very well known. What's a sorbet aria? Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to patrons. Oh my god. Often desserts. Okay. So it is exactly. Never mind. Sorbet arias. Thank you for explaining. Interesting. You can just say real quick. Okay. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. You know what? I wouldn't refuse dessert at the end of a musical or showing, especially if it was sorbet. Because that would be really refreshing. Hell, concerts get hot. A Gatorade sorbet. I don't know. Could you do that? It probably exists. I was still very young. Well, that's just shaved ice. No, sorbet isn't shaved ice, but I was saying that if you were to use Gatorade, I guess, for your flavoring in a sorbet, that'd be closer to more like shaved ice. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool, and brave of you to do so. I agree. I never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Mm-hmm. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful, yet courageous. Right. Because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Barry? No comment. Aww. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the world, see the end of it differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family. Yes, see? Like, homogeneously large. Humongously large. I can't read. Oh my god. Humongously, not homogeneous. Humongously. I rarely see that used now. Literally, couldn't count all my siblings, even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh! We weren't wealthy, though. Not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple of months. Then he'd just leave again a couple of days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. My older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh. That's just where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out. Oh. Natural causes, by the way, so... I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where are my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Gonna do so much better than you, sir. And all that. I see. But then I received the news and that he left me the house? Like, I don't know if he had no... I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left, so when he gave the house to... give me the house in his will, all I could think was... what went through his mind exactly? The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And it doesn't even matter anymore. And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Or, anyway. So my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no! That's why I left for LA. So, if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. Oh god. I was young and naive too, you know? Because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Oh boy, yeah. Even though I only started this channel, like, I think it's not been 4 years. Boy, I've had my lifetime of like content consumption with YouTube creators. God, content creator houses. Man, those always sound cool, but at the end of the day, unless people know their boundaries, God, those end up being stories of horror stories or trash fires, man. That's why I was like, I had some friends who were like early on when I started doing this, and I was talking to them. They were like, "Oh, maybe you can do exactly that type of thing, like the type of like shared living content creator thing, or whatever." Nah, I said no. Anyways, it was just like a passing thought. But personally, for me, I wouldn't be personally comfortable with that unless, for the most part, people do their boundaries, but also just like, it's one of those weird work situations, like, just like, yeah, they're friends, but you hang out with your friends, but like anything, you don't truly know people until you know people, right? And that goes for everybody, right? With good, bad, whatever. But living with other people, you will learn way more than you ever wanted to. And that's where it can be like, so personally, I'm like living where I am now until I'm more personally more comfortable with people to do something like that. Still, yeah. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all content creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of some sorts. Yeah, like, this is the thing I've noticed just in general, like, with content creators. You know, as you go. And this is just more so just a weird fact of life. You'd be surprised how many things and places, right, end up feeling like a repeat of high school hierarchy. Even if you didn't grow up with it, it's like the same kind of, like, immature childishness. And it's like, what the hell? That's like I mean, professionalism, I'd say, is preferred, but not all the time. But there, especially with content creation, there's sometimes, again, there is a boundary. There should always be a boundary. And, just... No, those are just my thoughts on that. My shower thoughts on that, because I'll probably... Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'll probably hear it. I'll probably think about this again and think totally something different on a different point, but in the moment, those are my thoughts. Anyways, back to this. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the jokes all the time. That didn't discourage me at all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there. Not gonna lie. Still, I mean, that's what experience is. You will learn things from experiencing them, even if they're horrible experiences. Now, does that mean you should be always looking for horrible experiences? No, it's more that horrible experiences happen. And it sucks that happens. But also one of those things is just, you shouldn't let those types of experiences control your life. You learn something from those, you grow from them. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character... Oh no, that's horrible. Each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but... they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like... Jesus. Hey, baby goat! What are you up to now, Satyr boy? Here comes the party goatie. Mr. Exus. What are you gonna go fishing again tonight, or what? Fishing? We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Oh, I always tried to be the punchline though, because there was always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst, because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people to pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk for just jokes, just so all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly, because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? So yeah, the whole thing was really sucked. You had it difficult. Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was... since everything I did was anything but... But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all just to justify the gain. But to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Your payment shall be exposure. No, it needs to be moolah in my hand and the exposure. Though it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally, it will have like an interview at the first, and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring in all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my own main show to do, but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the results will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. And that's why I won't push you. I'm flattered. No, thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Honk honk. I don't know why I said honk honk. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you just said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Barry. I'm sorry if I bored you. No, it really was a pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around? Safe trip. Alrighty. See you, Barry. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Barry. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting always. Safe trip, Twift. Alright. Safe trip, Risariona. And have a good night.